Ahoy hoy, it's Michaela from Team Retro, where we like retro games and we like the devices that bring them to us. Now, if you watch the videos on my channel, you probably know that I really do adore the Pokemon series right from the original Red and Blue up until even modern games like Pokemon Legends Arceus. And so as a result, sometimes I go off script and I like to feature a more modern video game in that series. And a couple of months ago, I did a video on how I was shiny hunting in Pokemon Legends Arceus because it is by far the easiest game to collect shinies in. And then literally a couple of days after my video came out, Nintendo patched out the process I was using, and so that video became outdated almost 2 days after it was published. And I didn't want to rush and get another video out because I had to invent a new process for shiny hunting, and I wanted to take my time with it, and I also wanted to make sure I got the shiny charm, which is no small feat. And as you could see, since then I've added a couple of more shinies, and even some of them are shiny alphas, like that Samurott in the left corner there. And the reason I was able to get them was either through normal gameplay or through utilizing the Massive Mass Outbreaks that the latest patch gave us. And so in this video, I'm just going to show you my updated process for shiny hunting. And this method is still purely luck based, so your mileage can definitely vary as to whether you encounter a shiny or not. But I'm hoping by showing you this process, it will give you a system and hopefully increase your odds of getting that shiny that you really want. So let's dive in and let's get started. So before we get started, this guide is going to assume that you have already beaten the main story. And so you have access to all the ride Pokemon and a lot of the crafting recipes that we're going to need. This guide also assumes that you have completed the side quests to unlock Massive Mass Outbreaks, which became available in the new patch. So if you haven't done those two things, you need to go back into your game and make sure you've done that. So the first thing I would do is make sure that you have Ultra Balls and Sticky Globs favorited, so that way they're right next to each other, which will make it easier to stun aggro Pokemon and then throw a Pokeball right after. And I would also make sure that you are well stocked on both of these. So either buy them from the store or craft them or farm materials for them, whatever you need to do to make sure that you have enough Ultra Balls and Sticky Globs. I'm going to go into the field with about 60 of each. Now that we've stocked up, let's go into our settings and just make sure that we have autosave turned off. We're going to be dropping hard saves, and then we're going to be force quitting if we need to. So it's definitely important to go into the settings and make sure that autosave is set to disabled. And then once you've done that, you could just back out and it'll automatically save that setting. Another optional thing that I strongly recommend is that you get the shiny charm, and you get this by getting level 10 research on every single Pokemon in the game. Which is a lot, I know, but it will dramatically increase your chances of encountering a shiny. Alright, so let's head out onto the field and check the map and see what's going on. And you could see here that there are 3 parts of the map with question marks on them, indicating that there are massive mass outbreaks there. And the patch has made this an ever-changing situation, so if I were to force quit right now and go back into the game, this map would be completely different and there might be question marks in other places. And that holds true for regular outbreaks. If I were to go into the field and go back into town or hard reset, then regular outbreaks would be different or non-existent as well. Which means that we have to do all of our hunting on the field. So for this example, we're going to go into the Obsidian Fieldlands. And once you get there, drop a hard save and do not save until you have found a shiny, because the method that we are using is actually going to also attempt to save us on resources. Specifically Aguav berries, which we're going to give to Mai to give to her Munchlax, and in doing so, it's actually going to reveal all of the massive mass outbreaks on the current map that we are on. And at the moment, this is locked. So if we were to force quit right now and go back to that hard save that we just dropped, this map would look exactly the same. And you'll notice there's a couple of sparkles on the map. There are 3 sections which will give you a chance to get some rare berries if you go and catch those Pokemon. And then there's a Starly outbreak up top that has a star on it. That's not an increased chance for shiny, that's actually an increased chance that a second horde is going to show up once you clear out the first one. And those hordes could be unique. They could be all alphas, or they could be evolved forms of the Pokemon that's featured in the outbreak. So for the first part of the video, we're going to assume that we're shiny hunting Munchlax because I want to show you how to shiny hunt for a Pokemon that you're specifically looking for, or how to shiny hunt if you just want to look for a shiny and you don't care what it is. So we're going to head to those Munchlax raids first, and we're going to pretend that we are shiny hunting Munchlax. So the first thing I like to do is just simply fly over the outbreak just to see if there are any sparkles right off the rip before I go in and try to catch any of the Pokemon. So there aren't any at this first Munchlax outbreak, so let's go ahead and check out the second one. And as we fly over the second outbreak, you could see here that none of these Pokemon are shiny as well. So we know right off the bat that we're going to have to do some work to attempt to get a shiny Munchlax. So let's go ahead and go back to our home screen and let's force quit and reboot the game. And in doing so, we're going to get those 5 Aguav berries that we spent back because we already know where those 2 Munchlax outbreaks are. And you could see here that our outbreaks are back to being question marks, but we know that there's a Munchlax at the top left and at the bottom left, so let's go ahead and set our pins and let's head back there. And this time we're actually going to catch all of the Pokemon that are at the outbreak because as we catch them, there's a chance that the respawns could be shiny. So let's get some music by Nile the Nightmare on the scene and let's try to catch these Pokemon. So unfortunately, I had no luck looking for a Munchlax shiny, and if I were to hard reset and go back in, these Pokemon would be exactly the same, so we know there's a 0% chance on this specific map that there would be a Munchlax shiny. So we can go ahead and force quit. And if you're looking for a specific shiny like I was with Munchlax, you're going to have to repeat the first part of this video over and over again. However, the next Massive Mass Outbreak might not have the Pokemon you're hunting for, so you would have to keep re-rolling the Massive Mass Outbreaks, giving Aguav berries, checking the outbreaks, hard resetting, going back into the village, and then just keep trying until the Pokemon that you're hunting actually shows up in an outbreak, and then from there go in and check to see if there are any shinies in that outbreak. Which could take quite a bit of time and is a lot more luck-based than the previous method, but hard resetting like this won't drain your resources in-game. So now for the second half of this video, I'm going to show you how to shiny hunt if you don't have a focus and you're just looking for any and all shinies. And this method starts off exactly the same. Drop your hard save, give your 5 Aguav berries to the Munchlax, and then just check your map to see what kind of Pokemon are out there. I recommend that you either do a screen capture or take a picture of the screen with your phone and then go ahead and do a hard reset and get your 5 Aguav berries back. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to fly over all of these outbreaks. We're not going to actually engage them. We just want to go ahead and check for any initial sparkles on the map. And there's a blink blink. The funny part of this is that Kricketot isn't even part of the Massive Mass Outbreaks. It's just a wild Kricketot that's on the map, which kind of shows how random and luck-based this whole process is. Because you could just be roaming the overworld map, minding your own business, and there it just happens to be a shiny. So of course we're going to go ahead and catch this thing. And then at that point, now that we've got it, we know we're going to be saving our game. We're not going to be hard resetting anymore because we want to keep that shiny. But we'll go ahead and check the rest of the outbreaks just to see what is on the map. And then if there's any time before the rainstorm ends and there's any of these outbreaks that you want to focus on to attempt to get another shiny, by all means, go for it. And that's what I did here, but I didn't find any more shinies, and I know that those two Munchlax outbreaks don't have a shiny because those were the ones that I tested earlier in this video. So we're just going to go ahead and take this shiny Kricketot, and we're going to go back to the village, and we'll re-roll, and we'll try again and another outbreak. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this updated strategy will help you get that shiny Pokemon that you so desire in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And hopefully Nintendo won't drop any more patches that change how we do this in the future. However, I really do enjoy this game, so if Nintendo does decide to change things up on us again, rest assured I will get an updated video out to you as soon as I can. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and please feel free to continue the conversation in the Budget Aquaman Discord. Link is in the video description. Again, thank you for watching, and if this video was helpful to you in any way, please be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, bye for now, and don't stop believing.